If you're in your late 30s or early 40s and you're interested in starting a serious skincare routine but you don't know where to start, then this is the video for you. Hi everybody, welcome back to Project Happy Home. For those of you who are new here, I'm Tanya, doctor, lawyer turned homeschool mom. In this channel, I do lots of videos about secular homeschool reviews, like curriculum reviews, just videos about homeschooling in general, videos about simplifying my life, videos about motherhood, and a few random videos about skincare. So if you're interested in any of that, be sure to subscribe and check out my playlist because they are organized by topic area and grade level, so whatever you need should be easy to find. If you're not already following me on Instagram, I encourage you to do so. I'm at Project Happy Home there as well. And I share a lot more about our day-to-day experiences, what I'm doing with the kids for extracurriculars, etc. I also share funny memes, so that's always a win for everyone, I think. So be sure to follow me there also. So to the point of this video, I'm going to be doing a product empties of some of the things that I've finished over the spring. I always give my honest opinion of everything, whether it was good or bad, necessary, unnecessary, holy grail, or just an indulgence, etc. As I've grown older, I've realized that although a lot of my friends are interested in having good skin, they are not nearly as interested as I am in the nitty-gritty of what makes skincare work and how certain ingredients work with other ingredients and what the latest research is, etc. So I delve into all of that just for fun. And the reason I do these product empty videos or any kind of product highlights is because I think it's helpful to people in our age group especially who are starting to experience different skin concerns than we experienced in our youth. You know, we might be having hormonal acne, we might be having more discoloration and hyperpigmentation, melasma, wrinkles, the whole 9 yards is happening right in your late 30s and early 40s. And if any of this helps you, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love it if you would share things that you've liked using, any other products that I've recommended that you've found success with, or any adverse reactions you've had with products. I think with skincare in particular, crowdsourcing is really helpful because all of our skin is so individual. I think that primarily for a good skincare routine, you don't really need to get that fancy. You don't need that many products. You need a couple of good, antioxidant serums and anti-aging serums, like with good potent ingredients. You need a decent mild cleanser. You need a nice moisturizer. I do not advocate going expensive on moisturizer. And you need to be using a retinoid or some type of vitamin A derivative product that can really help with anti-aging. I firmly believe that everyone in our age group should be using it if their skin can tolerate it, because retinoids are the most well-researched and verified skincare ingredient that we have. They've been studied for decades, and the results really are uniform in showing how much improvement happens to the skin. So I'm randomly grabbing from the bucket. My first one here is one of my holy grails, and I recommend it to everybody I know. This is the Advanced Nail 92 All-in-One Cream by Cosrx, and it is so nice and soothing. So Snail Mucin, you can see in here I left a little bit on purpose so that I could show you. See how goopy it is? It's really like stringy and goopy, and it feels so nice on the skin. So when you rub it in, it just goes away. But can you see that immediate kind of hydration there? I love Snail Mucin cream. This also comes as a serum in a long pump bottle. I tried that first. Actually, I think it's the more popular product, but I didn't love it as much as I loved this. I have drier skin, so I like the added moisturizing ingredients of this one. It's just, chef's kiss. Holy grail. I always have it. I use it every single day, both in the morning and at nighttime. It's my first moisturizer layer. And yeah, I can't say enough good things about it. Oh, I should probably show you my basket. It's big. Settle down. Have something to drink. This is the Advanced Clinicals for salon professionals, a spa-size retinol advanced firming cream, and I bought this in a 2-pack from Amazon. This is nice. It's a nice moisturizer. It's much less expensive, for example, than CeraVe, which is my gold standard for a body moisturizer. I think that this is good. I didn't like it nearly as much as I like the CeraVe. Like, it was nice and moisturizing, and I don't know what more to say about it. It's less thick than the CeraVe moisturizing cream, but more thick than the CeraVe moisturizing lotion. I like that it came in a pump. This is Panoxyl. I have mentioned it several times in my previous reviews. Panoxyl Acne Foaming Wash, benzoyl peroxide, 10% maximum strength. Now, benzoyl peroxide is incredibly effective for acne, but it's also incredibly effective for your underarms. And that's what I use this for. I generally leave this in the shower and I put it on my underarms somewhere when I step in the shower and I'm trying to keep dry, like in the shampoo stage or the conditioner stage. And I just let it sit there for 5 to 10 minutes or so. And it kills off bacteria, right? So what actually causes body odor? The bacteria. It's not the sweat that is causing the odor. It's the bacteria that's feeding in that environment, that moist environment. So when you kill off the bacteria with something like benzoyl peroxide, you end up having less body odor. And I use hardly any deodorant, honestly, because of this. Like, it just seems to work for me. Holy grail. Another thing that I just finished up, actually, is this by Wishtrend. This is their mandelic acid 5% skin prep water, and basically it is exactly what it says it is. It's mandelic acid. Mandelic acid is a exfoliating acid, just like glycolic or lactic. The difference is that mandelic acid is a much bigger molecule, so it kind of is sitting on the surface of the skin. It's much gentler than, for example, glycolic acid, which can be kind of harsh on people with skin of color or people who have just dry and sensitive skin. So I have all of those things, and I thought I would try mandelic acid because it's just a gentler chemical exfoliant. I don't use these chemical exfoliants very often, maybe twice a week, and basically I just put some on a cotton pad, you know, and wipe my face down. I have recently bought reusable cotton pads, by the way, and I love them. So I just have like a pack of 20, and then I toss them into my little, like, a washcloth hamper that I have next to my sink, and wash them with those, and it's just a nice environmentally friendly way of not using 10,000 cotton rounds. But I really like this. I would probably repurchase it. I don't think it's a holy grail. I think there's other nice exfoliating acids that you can use, but if you've had trouble using something serious like glycolic, mandelic acid products might be a good place for you to start. Another good place for gentle acid is polyhydroxy acids. So look for those two ingredients, PHAs. This is the Heritage Store Rosewater and Glycerin. I got this from Thrive, and you know, it's nice. It's a hydrating facial mist. I don't really like using scented products on my face. I actually bought this just for funsies, but I use it on my body. When you moisturize, whether it's your face or your body, moisturizer isn't actually adding moisture to your skin, no matter what the product type says. What it's doing is it's locking in the moisture that's in your skin. So it's preventing what we call transepidermal water loss, which is water being like evaporated out of your skin, right? And making it drier and drier. So we want to create some sort of layer or shield on the surface of our skin so that that can't happen, right? So I like to mist myself before I moisturize any surface, whether it's my face or my body. And this was perfectly fine. Honestly, you can just get glycerin and make your own concoction for a nice hydrating mist if you wanted. But this was fairly inexpensive, so no biggie. This is the Dermatology Physical Tinted Moisturizer, and this is SPF 44. It's a universal tint. I like this. I don't love this because I don't love physical moisturizers. It has a really nice like finish. Let's see, I got a tiny bit out. And so when you rub that in, there's no white cast. So when you rub it in, you do get a tiny bit of evening of your tone, but you have no white cast at all. And that's really nice for people with skin of color. I don't know how it plays out on people with lighter skin than me, but I had absolutely no problem with it. I just don't prefer physical sunscreens. I don't like the way that they make my face look a little bit more even. I don't know what it is. I don't like my face to look particularly even with any kind of product. I know it sounds weird, but that's just me. I like to have that more glowy sort of translucent finish, that glass skin finish, and physical sunscreens just don't give that to me. But if you like a more matte finish, this is a great option. Oh, and full disclosure, I am a dermatology affiliate, so if you use my affiliate link in the description box down below, I always appreciate it. I think they are a great company. I think for the ingredient profiles that they use, you really can't beat the price. So here you have another dermatology product, and this is the Advanced Neck Cream. The Advanced Neck Cream is a peptide-based moisturizer. It's really nice, and it's got a light texture. I have this issue with wanting to use heavy occlusive moisturizers at night, but I can't really use them on my neck because I hate that squishy feeling that you get when you have like a real layer of moisturizer on. So this is just the right ingredient profile. Like, it's thick enough, like it's more than lotion, but it's not like my face cream that I use at night, so it's really nice for my neck. Peptides are one of those ingredients that's up in the air for research wise. There's much more robust research that's in test tubes and on cell plates than there are on real people. So I just use them to hedge my bets, but I really like this cream. Do I think it's an essential? Do I think it's a holy grail? No. It's more of a sensorial thing for me than anything else, because honestly, if you don't care about how that wet feeling feels, just use your facial moisturizer with peptides and you're going to get the same effect. So this is like a indulgence product for me, but I like it. Another chemical exfoliant, and this is on a lot of people's holy grail lists, and for good reason, honestly. This is the Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant, and this is a salicylic acid exfoliant. So really good for people with, you know, hormonal acne, any kinds of bumps and texture and pimples and that kind of issue. A lot of people say that it tightens their pores. Just FYI, nothing is actually tightening or shrinking your pores. Basically, you're cleaning out your pores and you're having less congestion of them. You might have some evening out of dead skin cells on top, and so your skin is just sort of fixing itself, right? It's just becoming like more flatly laid, you know? And so your pores are your pores are your pores. The size of them can often be hereditary, but it always helps to clean them out, and that's really what this product is doing. It's cleaning out pores, it's increasing, like it's exfoliating that surface, dead skin cells, any kind of debris, etc. So again, some people say they use this every single day. Someone with dry sensitive skin like me can't, so I use it, again, once or twice a week. If I use that, I don't use the mandelic acid. I don't ever double up with chemical exfoliation. This is a product by Beauty of Joseon. This is their Glow Serum, and it's got propolis and niacinamide. So propolis, right? I remember when that was like a hugely popular ingredient and everybody was talking about it nonstop. I mean, I don't know. I have not done my propolis research, but I really like this serum. I really like Beauty of Joseon. I don't know how to say it. Joseon? I don't know. The packaging I think is really elegant for the price point. And these are very inexpensive and very effective, very moisturizing. I love using a niacinamide serum with my retinols. Niacinamide and retinols play really nicely together. So if you need to cushion your retinol and have something on your skin to buffer it a little bit before you put retinol on, this is a really nice option. Definitely have repurchased it. I think that's like my third or fourth bottle. This is another Beauty of Joseon product. This is their Revive Serum. And this one has ginseng and snail mucin. So I like ginseng. I have not experienced the earth-shattering effects of ginseng that some influencers say that they have, but I like it. Beauty of Joseon and Korean skincare in general has a lot of ginseng products, but I really bought this because it came in a pack of 4 of their serums and I wanted to try them, and it had snail mucin. So I love snail mucin in any form. This did not disappoint. If you want a lighter snail mucin, you could get this. Is it an essential? I don't think so. I think the Cosrx snail mucin gives you a lot more for your money, both the cream version and the serum version. So I'd go for that instead. While we're on Beauty of Joseon, let's just stay with it and go for their last one. This is their Glow Deep Serum. And this is their rice and alpha arbutin serum. And alpha arbutin is one of these unsung hero ingredients when it comes to hyperpigmentation and discoloration. So if you see alpha arbutin in a product, it's very mild of an ingredient. It generally plays nicely with other ingredients that might be in your routine. It's a really nice sort of maintenance ingredient for hyperpigmentation. My first sunscreen here, I can't believe we waited this long for one, but this is the Glow Screen by Supergoop. SPF 40. It's really nice. I mean, I love it. If you wear makeup and stuff, I think it's very popular as like a priming layer because it comes out and you can see here, it's got this like sheen to it, but it's very glowy. Like, do you see how like one is kind of like more dull And then this one's like just got this sheen. No sheen. Sheen. So it's very pretty. It does even your skin tone a little bit. I really like it. You know, I use it a lot. I once used it on a video that I was making. I can't remember what video it was, but my face was glowing like crazy in that video. So don't use it if you're filming because you look like a disco ball. But you can see it's not shiny. It's not like in real life, it's not shiny. It just gives you this really healthy sheen. See? No sheen. Sheen. So if you want just a nice simple moisturizer, it's a chemical moisturizer, a chemical sunscreen rather. It gives you a nice glow, you know, lit from within glow, and apparently it plays really nicely with makeup, so it's an option. I think e.l.f. came out with a dupe for that though, that's much less expensive. I don't know the name of that and I haven't tried it yet, but you might want to try it out because it's been pretty highly rated and reviewed online. I think it's like a third of the price. So there's that. The next product is this one. This is by Isen, and this is their Sunscreen, right? They look just like it shows here, and that's about a little smaller than it actually is. I would say it's about a centimeter long of a tablet. So the Isen tablets have this ingredient called polypodium leucotomus. I believe I'm saying that right. That ingredient has been found to interfere with the pathway that causes cellular damage when we're exposed to UV light. So when I have days where I know that I'm going to be outside driving a lot, for example, I definitely take this in the morning. If I have a day when I'm staying at home, I don't. That's how I try to conserve these pills. But it has been proven to be effective. So I am all about the sun protection because, and here I am on my soapbox again, there is nothing that is going to keep your skin healthy more than sun care and sunscreen protection. Wear the hats, wear the sunscreen in winter, on rainy days, in the morning, the afternoon, obviously not when the sun goes down, but you have to think about sun protection as your number one ingredient or number one step in your skincare, particularly at this age when we start to have a breakdown of our skin cellular structures, right? We start to have a breakdown of collagen, a breakdown of elastin, etc. And UV radiation causes like an acceleration of those processes. So the more you can shield your skin from the sun, the better. This is a random product. This is a Visanti brightening exfoliator, and honestly I don't remember what type of box I got this in, but I definitely didn't order it on my own. This is an enzymatic face rejuvenator enriched with papaya, microcrystals, and aloe. And I had the weirdest experience with this product. I generally put anything with physical exfoliants in my do not purchase category, so I definitely wouldn't have bought this myself because it says microcrystals. And this felt abrasive, but it also was nice. It was very weird. I'm just gonna lay that out there. It's highly, reviewed online. It's the Visanti Brighten Up Exfoliator. Papaya is a natural chemical exfoliant. Aloe is a natural humectant, so it's very soothing. I never had any irritation from this. And I don't know, sometimes you like that physical exfoliation feeling. I'm not a big fan of physical exfoliators because it can cause trauma to the surface of the skin, not only dead skin cells, but like the ones that are living and should be left alone. So you get this immediate kind of polishing effect when you use a physical exfoliator, but you might have caused more micro tears than you know, which then invites bacteria and acne and blah, 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 and the cycle begins again, right? You have hyperpigmentation because you have inflammation when you have injury to the skin, etc. Okay, another moisturizer. This is a really nice one. I've talked about it before. This is the Dr. Sam's Flawless Moisturizer. I stopped ordering it because it was just, the cost of shipping, etc., etc. But it's really nice. It's a really nice basic hydrating moisturizer. It's shea butter based. It doesn't cause any irritation with anything. It's nice and thick without being too thick. It is just a really nice product. Here is my Curology. I get Curology because I like to get tretinoin at this point. I have moved past the stage of entry-level vitamin A derivatives, so none of the drugstore retinols or anything, adapalene, all of that. I'm into tretinoin and have been for over a year now. I cannot stress to you enough how much research has gone into vitamin A derivatives when it comes to skin health. Truly, it is the most researched ingredient. If you are not using a vitamin A derivative, even if it's as basic as a retinol, you should start. And the way I recommend starting is basically with a simple, you know, old school product from the drugstore that has a lot of R&D behind it, like Neutrogena's, I think, Age Repair or Rapid Reverse or something. It's the silver one from Neutrogena. And then also I think L'Oreal products have a lot of R&D behind them. And so does Oil of Olay. Another good ingredient to start with, particularly if you have hormonal acne, is adapalene. La Roche-Posay and Differin both make over-the-counter drugstore adapalene products. They used to be just prescription, that ingredient used to be just prescription only, but now it's over-the-counter and you should take advantage. I will do another video on how to get started with retinols if you are interested in that, so just let me know in the description box down below. My next product is this by Evan. This is their Cicaphate, I think is how you say it, the Restorative Protective Cream. This is an incredibly thick cream. If you have been using any vitamin A derivatives like retinol with irritation and you're just like, this is not for me, I can't bear my life, I suggest to you that you get a really mild but really thick cream like this. Now I have used every single scrap of this and can't get any out to show you. This is not working, but it is, oh, I got some, okay. So I got a tiny dab out to show you. So this is incredibly, incredibly thick. So you can see it's not budging or going anywhere. And just that little amount gives you so much to spread around, but it is so soothing. It definitely leaves like a white cast, you can see. So I wouldn't recommend it for daytime unless you are not a person of color, in which case it probably doesn't matter, but I don't know, because it's like a real white cast, but it goes away in a few minutes too. It feels so nice. I know slugging is super popular now with Vaseline and stuff, which is great, honestly. It's an occlusive layer, but I personally can't go to sleep like that. But this is perfect. This is like so occlusive, so moisturizing, plays so nicely with zero irritation over any vitamin A derivative product or chemical exfoliant, etc. It is my last step in my skincare every single night without fail. I love it so much. I'm on to my, I think, third one now. It lasts for a very long time. A little goes a long way. It's very reasonably priced. I just love it. I think it's a perfect nighttime cream. For those of you who live in winter climates, by the way, where you have like real chapping kind of wind, I think it's like a must-have for you. This is something I've shown many, many times on this channel. This is the Carousel basically like foot repair cream, intensive foot repair. It looks just like Vaseline when it comes out. It has a high percentage of urea in it. Urea is one of these like incredibly good ingredients for keeping moisture in your skin and really delivering that humectant-like quality, you know, of bringing moisture to your skin. So if you have chapped heels, slather this on at night after your shower, put a pair of socks on, you walk around in them, go to sleep if you can with socks on, and that will just disappear and it will be trauma-free and lovely. And if you just keep doing it, you won't ever have chapped heels. Okay, you guys, stick in with me, just two left. We have another product by Dermatology. This is their needleless serum. This is arguably their most famous product and their first product that like launched them into the scene. This is another one of those products that has one of those patented technologies. It's called Serapep technology by them. It has ceramides of various sizes, and then it also has a lot of peptides that are helpful for the skin. Ceramides are what we call, if you can imagine the skin as a layer of bricks, ceramides would be sort of the mortar between those bricks, right? So to prevent water from evaporating from your skin, you definitely want to keep that mortar intact. You want to keep the ceramide layers nice and flat and even and filled. And so this is what this serum does, in addition to all the peptides that are in it. This serum has so many good ingredients in it that I'm amazed actually that they sell it at the price point that they do, because I don't think there's anything else out there that has that ingredient profile that actually costs less than $100. It's one of those products where at the beginning I felt like nothing was happening, and then by my second bottle I was like, I think something's happening. Like my skin feels soothed. My skin barrier is much better. The last product is this by Beauty of Joseon. This is their basically sunscreen, and it's called Relief Sun with rice and probiotics, and it is an SPF 50 PA+++++. So it's about as good as it gets for a facial sunscreen. And it has the loveliest texture you have ever seen in a sunscreen ever. It is a cult hit for a reason. You can see how nice and spreadable that is. It dries down to a very mildly dewy finish. This is not shiny. This is not anything that's going to call attention to yourself. This has no tint whatsoever, so it'll work for anyone of any skin tone. It feels just like a moisturizer. It does not feel like a sunscreen at all. If you're one of these people who hates sunscreen because you hate that slick feeling or that silicone feeling, you know, there's those two options with sunscreen, particularly American sunscreens, this is something you should try out. Another Korean sunscreen that I have loved is by Isen, and it is their watery sun gel. That's a little bit more watery than this. I would say that this one by Beauty of Joseon has more of a traditional light moisturizer feel, and it's just wonderful. Like, another thing I should mention about the Beauty of Joseon is that it travels really, really well. So I have several tubes of it in my purses because it just has this really nice robust cap, like that doesn't come off, and that's nice and large, and it has never leaked in my purse. It just is wonderful to travel with. So I think this is a nice one to keep on hand. For those of you who keep sunscreen in your cars, you should stop doing that because sunscreen can degrade, particularly in high heat environments. So keep it in your purse. That way it stays climate controlled for the most part. I really think Beauty of Joseon has been my like hit company this year, for a company that I've found. Last year was definitely Dermatology. They continue to be a staple in my skincare products. But this year I really loved Beauty of Joseon. Like, I think that the products they make are really, really elegant. If you want to get someone a gift, by the way, Beauty of Joseon makes a cream called Dynasty Cream. And it comes in this very heavy weighted glass jar. I wish I had one here to show you. It's not expensive at all, but it looks incredibly expensive from the presentation of the jar, the weight and feel of the jar, the scent and feel and texture of the cream. So if you want to give a gift that is not going to break the bank, or gift it to yourself, like, it's a really luxurious but inexpensive experience. Like, I could not believe that cream was as inexpensive as it was for how beautiful the packaging was and how lovely the cream was, honestly. Like, yeah, it was just giftable. That's all I'm telling you. Like, it was so beautiful. Like, every time I opened it, I was like, I am fancy, you know, like, it gives you that really nice feeling. So yeah, that is all my product empties from the spring. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the description box down below. If you want to see more of these videos, let me know. I probably will keep doing them because I love skincare and I love sharing, you know, things that I've learned about it and stuff. So again, make sure you have a good cleanser, a couple of good anti-aging serums, some sort of vitamin A derivative product like a retinol or tretinoin, etc., a good moisturizer, and that's really all you need. Oh, and of course sunscreen. I mean, you can't forget sunscreen. That's just like water. You need sunscreen. And you don't need all these other things. You don't need jade rollers. You don't need gua shas. You don't need any of those things. The gua sha thing irritates me in particular because I'm like, we have fingers. Like, just gua sha yourself. Like, what is happening? Or use a spoon. Like, put a spoon in the fridge and use that. Like, it's just another thing to have, right? Every time that I share these videos, I share slightly different products because I think skincare is fun and I like messing around a little bit, but you really don't have to. When you find something that works, just stick to it and you'll be fine. All right, you guys, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it, and I wish you guys the very best day.